Yesterday we looked at how we graph linear inequalities on a coordinate grid. Today we're going to take a linear inequality that has been graphed on a coordinate grid and we're going to identify what that inequality is. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to write the equation of the line. So in our particular case here, we have, as I see, looking at this graph, I have a slope equal to -1 because I see that it goes down 1 and forward 1 each time. So a slope of -1, and I see we have a y-intercept right here of -1. So that means that if this were an equality or an equation, it would be y equals -x minus 1, or -1x minus 1. Step 2 then is going to be to substitute a point from the shaded region into the equation. I like to use the rule of thumb that if 0, 0 is in the shaded region, use it. If it's not, then pick something else. I typically try to pick something too that works on the x or y axis. Typically I use something that is on the y axis because then that way I can put the 0 in on that other side. So I'm going to select the point -2, 0 because it falls within the shaded region. You don't want to pick something that falls right on the line because that's not going to help you out at all. And so I'm using the point -0, -2, and so I will put in -2 for y, and I'm going to leave this space blank here, and then I want to have negative of -2, or sorry, I apologize, that didn't go right. One more time here. Let's actually choose a different point here. Let's choose -2, 0 on the x-axis. So then if we put that in, we've got 0 for y equals negative of -2 minus 1, which a negative of -2 is going to be a +2, so 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 0 versus 1, and we have this blank space in between. So then our third step then is going to be to enter the inequality symbol that makes the statement with that point true. So if I look here, I see that I have a solid line, and so a solid line means that my inequality symbol is going to have the or equal to line underneath it, and we need to draw the inequality that makes this true. The inequality that makes 0 versus 1 true, it'd be less than. So it'd be the less than or equal to, which means then if we go back to our original equation, we have y is less than or equal to -x minus 1. Let's get some more practice with that because I know that might have been something of a struggle for some of you to grasp. Here we have a vertical line, and I know a vertical line is going to be x equals, and I see that it crosses here at +4, so it's x equals 4. So we need to put something in the shaded region, which we're going to use 0, 0. So I have 0 because I don't have a y. I'm just going to put the 0 in for x, 4. And it's a dashed line, as you can see here, so therefore it will not have the line underneath. And to make this a true statement, 0 is less than 4, which means that my final inequality is going to be x is less than, not or equal to, is less than 4. Going on to try a few more examples just to get the hang of this. We've got for C here, I see that my original equation would be y equals, I have a positive slope that goes from here to here, which is a slope of 1, 2, 3 over 1, so positive 3x, and we cross the y-axis here at -1, so -1. 0, 0 is in the shaded region, so I'm going to use 0, 0. We have 0, I'm going to leave the blank, 3 times 0 minus 1, which gives me 0 on one side, and we have 3 times 0, which is 0, minus 1 is -1. It is a dashed line, which means that we're not going to have the line underneath the inequality symbol, and 0 is greater than -1, which means that y is greater than 3x minus 1. Trying the final example with writing the inequalities for the day today. Here we have what I see is a slope of +1. So I see y equals 1x, or x, and it crosses here at 2, so +2. And 0, 0 once again is in that shaded region, so we will use that. So we get 0, a blank, and 0 plus 2. So we look at 0 compared to 2. And I see that 2 is bigger, so I'm going to put the less than sign in there, which means my final inequality is y is less than x plus 2.